Mr. Sloan, been a long day. I know it's been a long day for you. And quite frankly, some of the actions by Wells Fargo has been very egregious, and it's probably worthwhile you being here. I got a couple of questions before. The core question I want to ask you is going to deal with the OCC's consent order and beneficial ownership, just so you know where I'm eventually going to go with this. But I want to address a couple of things that I think may be overlooked or is unfortunate in the direction some of my colleagues have taken today's hearing. What was your customer base prior to the investigation or scandal from the consumer standpoint? How many customers did you have?
Approximately 70 million.
How many do you have today?
A little bit more than that.
So
yeah.
You experienced some loss, I would imagine, during the time?
Actually, no. What we experienced is, I mean, we're always gaining and losing customers every day. People move and, and so on and so forth. We compete for business with other banks, and we win and lose it every day. But overall, since the fourth quarter of 2016, what we've seen is our customer base grow. It's not growing as much as I would like, but it's going in the right direction now.
So I would take it then that your customers are pretty satisfied with the service you're giving, some of the corrective actions you're making?
That's the feedback that we get from them. We survey our customers. I mean, in addition to on a specific basis in our retail business, where we survey customer experience and loyalty scores, we also separately have a survey that we do monthly, and we're going in the right direction. Again, we have more work to do, but your statement is correct.
Okay. One other issue I want to address. Question, do you make auto loans?
We do.
Are you going to continue to make auto loans?
We are.
The reason I'm asking you this is because according to the CDC, more people were killed by auto accidents than there were by guns in the past several years. Using the logic of some of my colleagues, I'm not going to sit here and ask you to quit making auto loans.
Thank you.
I'm one of the few that on this committee that's been a victim of both gun violence and of what should have been fatal auto accident. You very well may have made the loan to the rental car company to buy that car that I was a victim of a triple flip over accident on an interstate. My wife and I were fortunate to survive. On 2 occasions, I've been shot at, once on a baseball field and once back at home. I don't want you, I'm not expecting to use your business as a tool to shape culture or do a cultural experiment or make a lab to do something that wouldn't be done otherwise. And I think that's unfair to put you in that position. Both of those are legal in the United States, and those businesses that operate, sell guns, whether they sell automobiles or manufacture automobiles, that is something that shouldn't be laid at your table. I just want to address that. Now on to the core question I have. The Office of Comptroller of the Currency, as has been mentioned already, has given you a consent order regarding beneficial ownership. And during your second quarter 2018 10Q filing, you stated that some federal agencies have been making inquiries into the bank regarding potentially inappropriate conduct related to the collection of beneficial ownership information. Mr. Sloan, what is the potential inappropriate conduct that took place?
So the consent order that we have in place with the OCC actually covers our BSA AML program and our wholesale banking business. I'll be quick. And what the focus there is not that we're not following BSA AML laws, but we're not doing a good enough job of documenting how we make decisions. By the way, the OCC is completely correct, and we're reforming and improving our capabilities. One of the requirements that was introduced about a year ago is beneficial ownership forms. And what we found, because of a call to the ethics line that we put into place after I became CEO, was that we had some of our team members that were not following our policies and procedures in completing those beneficial ownership forms, and that's unacceptable.
So you are complying with the consent order at this point?
We are. We have more work to do because the consent order hasn't been lifted, and we take our responsibilities to the OCC seriously, but we're making progress.
I know there's a lot of confusion with the FinCEN customer due diligence rule regarding this, and so I applaud your efforts. What has taken place is egregious. I don't think anybody on this committee would depart from that, but I do appreciate the efforts you're making to move forward.
Thank you.
Yield back.